Hey y'all, I know the lighting may not be the greatest. I wasn't really planning on doing any vlogging today, but it's another gorgeous day here with your girl Jess, and let's get into this 30-day wellness update situation. I don't know how much I'm going to film. I'm probably going to do a bunch of little clips over the course of this week and upload something for y'all. I don't know. So pretty much to give y'all insight, if you have not seen my last video, I'll link it I think up here. But I had just went through a whole binge eating moment, and then what did I do? I was getting back on track, kind of, sort of, and just kind of giving you guys insight into like my thought process about what's going on, talking to y'all more. My hair is doing its own thing. I'm gonna start calling her Lucille. Lucille is not listening to Jess at all, okay? If y'all know, Lucille is the name of my car. Walking Dead. Anywho, off topic, always off topic. So I went in, like, I had a binge eating moment, and then I was okay for like most of that week, and then by, I want to say Friday, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. I fell off the wagon. It was bad. And when I say it was bad, it was bad. And then Saturday, I was getting myself back together, you know, because there's grace. You know, we have these moments. There's grace in this journey. And like, literally, my arm is getting irritated by wearing my Apple Watch all the time. Anywho, there's grace in this journey. So, you know, I was planning on getting myself back on track on Saturday, and like, my sister-in-law was going to do something with my daughter, like for her birthday. We were going to go to the Hawaiian Chick-fil-A or whatever. And, you know, we had these plans. I had looked it up. I had calculated my calories. I knew what I was going to get. I had worked it all out. And then that didn't happen. And we ended up going somewhere else. And like, literally, I hadn't eaten yet. And so then when we went to this one place and then that didn't work out, then we were by this ice cream place, and I was like, oh, let me get some ice cream because it smells so good. And I know that this clearly was because you hadn't eaten anything. You hadn't eaten any food today, Jess. But I got some ice cream. You know, I had Jenny's for the first time, and it was pretty good. Their waffle bowl was not. It was definitely too salty. I don't know what was going on there. But had that. Then we went to like this other place called Upbeat, got something from there, and you know, like, they're organic, but you know, after a while when you put all these things into a bowl, you know, you really guesstimate that calories. You don't really know how much you're eating. Then on top of that, she like took me to like, I think it's called the Buttermilk Sky. It's like a pie place. Got 2 pies from there. And then by the time I had gotten home at like 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, well, it was like 4:45-ish, I had only had the ice cream. Like, everything else brought home. So then I'm so hungry that I'm eating because now I'm like hungry, and now I want everything, and that becomes an issue. And so then like the next day, which was Sunday, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back on track. I'm gonna do this and this. I'm gonna try to be better, be more mindful about what I'm eating. And, you know, babe suggested like, hey, go do something with the kids because you're about to go back to work, have like memories during the summer, like y'all doing something, even though we're going to St. Louis next week. Like, okay, cool. So we went. I took them to Get Air, which is like a trampoline park. They did some jumping. I'll show you guys over here. But like, we went there. Then we went to Hibachi. And I didn't even eat all the food at Hibachi because I was just like, oh my God, this is so like, it's salty. Like, you know, these are the things I'm taking into account in my mind. It's salty, whatever. But in my head, I'm like, let me track it, you know, try to track it the best of my abilities. Like, I don't know if I'm over guesstimating, under guesstimating, whatever, because it's hibachi, like every cook is going to cook differently. So I only ate half of that, but like realistically the only thing I had was my whole meal from hibachi, because I ate part of it there, and then I ate the other half like later on that night. And then I had a blizzard because we went to Dairy Queen. I had a blizzard and it was really good, but I tracked it, like I was like tracking, I did my workout, like all these things. So we go into yesterday, and yesterday I'm like, okay, had enough fun this weekend. You've been doing the most. Granted, you have like this trying time coming up in situation, and like I talk about it but I don't talk about it. But like literally I wasn't gonna film today because 1, I was irritated with my scale, 2, I started my period, and I mean that's TMI, but I started my cycle, and 3, today is the anniversary of me losing my son Benjamin. So like everything is piled up on me at once. On top of that, tomorrow is Wednesday, is my last day of physical therapy. I go back to work on Thursday, like, and then I have to start planning for this trip, packing, getting stuff together, that sort of thing. So like, and school, and still trying to do wellness stuff, and so like everything is just like I feel like I am in the twilight zone. So let me just kind of give y'all a little bit of insight into what is going on. Okay, so I got a fit track scale. It's currently in my closet. I want to throw that thing against the wall. I got it in the sole purpose of, okay, knowing more besides what the scale says. So like your BMI, your metabolic resting rate, you know, like these things that, you know, that help aid in the whole weight loss situation, right? Okay, cool. Setting it up is difficult because the app that it has like your barcode for you to scan gives you an app that doesn't do much. So you have to take that app off. You have to find the Fit Track Pro, download that app. Okay, fine. So on Sunday when I stepped on it, it picked up on my Bluetooth, no problem. Yes, Monday when I stepped on it, picked up on my Bluetooth, no problem. Today I stepped on it for like an hour, going back and forth, not picking up, restarting the scale, starting my phone, deleting the app, re-downloading, doing this, doing that, and it's still not picking up on the analyzing part. It's picking up on the weight, but not the analyzing part. And then I was getting frustrated because I'm like, bruh, I've been the same weight for like the last 3 days, and so like that was annoying. And then I didn't eat until late, and I was like, everything had the potential for today to be one of those days where Jess falls off the rails and she stress eats, but Jess did not. So victory for Jess. Okay, Jess ate what she was supposed to eat. I didn't even have dessert today. 128 ounces of water. Even though I feel like crap, I got up and I worked out, helped me feel a little bit better. I've been just laying around chilling all day, you know, like not really putting too much on myself, even though I really need to put stuff on myself about school. But it is what it is. Like I said, I wasn't going to get on here and talk to you guys about this, but I started watching Anitra's video that she was putting up, and she was talking about, you know, binge eating. And I was just like, you know, one of the things that I talked about last week was that for this, like realistically for me, I don't want this wellness challenge to be a focus on my weight, simply because I feel like for so much of my life, it's always been a focus on my weight. What are you eating? How are you eating? Are you working out? Did you do this? Did you do that? Like even today, and like I know babe meant well and all, but like today when I was like frustrated and I was telling him about the scale, he was like, so how much do you weigh now? And I was just like, because realistically, to be quite honest, I came back from St. Louis and I don't think I've lost any weight. I don't think I mean I'm teeter-tottered up and down. I probably have like maybe 5 pounds heavier than I was the last time I was there, which was for my mom's funeral. I really need to check, but I don't know, like I'm like stuck in this 220s to 230s range, and then in my head I'm just like, before surgery, before surgery, I was 209. Like, I had, well, not 209. Was I 209? Yeah, I think I got back down to 209, which is what I was when I went for my birthday. And I'm just like, what is going on? Why am I so stuck? And I realized that the difference between now and then was I was doing Weight Watchers. And granted, I had gotten down to like 225, like maybe 228-ish range or whatever. And then I started Weight Watchers, and I used Weight Watchers, and I had gotten down to 209. But realistically, I'm like, I don't really want to go back to Weight Watchers mentality, because I wasn't satisfied with all the fruits and the vegetables and all this other stuff. And in my head, I'm like, this whole processed food situation kick that I'm on, I gotta get off it. Like, I realized, like looking at it now, I've been eating a lot of processed foods. I've been seasoning it, and that's added salt. Like, looking at seasons, I'm like, water retention, definitely, because you've been drinking 128 ounces of water every day. But like, you've been eating a lot of salt too. And it's because I've been eating prepackaged stuff, and it's just been easier for me to just grab and go. So I have to get into a different mindset, and I don't really know what it is. But like today, I was just like, okay, you worked out. Normally you make sure you have calories to eat for, like, you know, a dessert or whatever. But like today, I had a bagel for breakfast, and a regular bagel. I will show you guys all the things that I ate today in picture form over here, so that you guys can see, along with the nutritional values, so that you guys, like, I'm not hiding anything. But usually this is how it always is for me. When I am PMSing, I want all the foods, all of it. And as soon as I start, I really don't want anything. Like, sometimes I crave like some chocolate here and there, but like, I just don't want anything. I just want to lay down and go sleep. But today I was like forcing myself, drink your water, get up, drink your water. Like, okay, it's almost 10 o'clock, you have not eaten yet, you gotta eat something. You're not having coffee today? Cool, fine. You're not having coffee? That's fine. But you have to have some kind of protein with this bagel. So I had like the half of the protein shake that I had left in the refrigerator. But like, these are the things where I'm like, okay, these are the things, Jess, that we got to get back on track with. We got to make sure we're getting our protein in, which I did. I feel like I did an excellent job of getting my protein in today. Granted, I'm still eating prepackaged stuff, but I'm more mindful of how I'm eating it. Like, I had breakfast, and I only ate breakfast. And then lunch, I wasn't hungry, but I was like, you know, normally when I'm not hungry, I eat like a prepackaged meal, like, what is it? Like the Trader Joe's orange chicken bowl or something like that, or a salad. Not necessarily saying that it's something that I want. It's just that I know it's time for me to eat. So today, instead of doing that, I was like, you know what? You got apples. You don't touch these apples. Eat you 2 apples because you're not hungry, and some peanut butter, and just let it be that. So I made, you know, I used the PB Fit powdered butter, peanut butter. I did 2 tablespoons of that with some water, made it a consistency that was good for me, and that's what I had. I had that. I feel like I got to sneeze. No, dude, excuse me, sorry, bless me. But I had the apples with the peanut butter, and that was my lunch. And then later on, like around 3:30, 4 o'clock ish, I was like, okay, you really need to eat something else. But I had like yogurt and a protein bar, but I was like, okay, take your time eating your food. So like, instead of eating and then just like scooping, eating while watching TV, I was like scooping 1, 2, 3, 4. I really have to start being very mindful of how I'm eating, because I think because I'm not allowing myself time to get full, I am just eating to be eating at this point. So like, granted, when I work out and I burn all these calories and I have this excess of calories over or whatever, in my mind I will eat those calories back. But what it all boils down to, I don't think my metabolism is where it was last year. Because granted, last year when I was back at work and I was still working out, like I was moving and shaking or whatever, I was doing a lot, and I haven't been like that for months. To be quite honest, I'm just now getting into the swing of things with working out again. So like, my metabolism just hasn't gotten to that point yet. So even for dinner, like today for dinner, I had a double shrimp burger for dinner today. Like, Trader Joe's, you to be happy. Like, so I have shrimp burgers that I got from the grocery store, and granted, the shrimp burger was like 18 grams of protein, but it's 200 calories, versus having 2 Trader Joe's shrimp burgers for 90 calories a piece, which is 180, 26 grams of protein. I'm saving 20 calories on the back end or whatever. So like, I was like able to finesse it more so for me. And then I ate at 6, and I'll be quite honest with y'all, I'm full because I had a burger and then I had Quest protein chips. I ended my day overall at 114 grams of protein, 2 calories over what I'm supposed to have for the day. Which I changed my settings on the Lose It app to the weekender thing, so you get less calories during the week but more on the weekend, which, I mean, I'm probably not really gonna pay attention to that much, but I need to get my mindset right. I just have a lot of things going on, and I've been letting everything get to me, and I feel like that this, but now I'm looking at this time, I'm like, whoo, this is a long video, honey. Am I going to do 2 parts? I don't know, but I feel like I'm going to film some stuff throughout the week for you guys, just so you can kind of see how I'm eating going forward. Like, I might just do a what I eat in a day video, do like 2 of those, so that I can kind of have some stuff on the back end. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna make this one video, just sitting down telling you guys where I'm at, and I'm not gonna take too much more of your time. But if you guys want to know about reading, journaling, ain't none of that been happening. I've been slacking. I'm so bad, and like, literally, even though like my son is asleep, I could probably do some school stuff. I'm not even gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say that I'm about to sit down and do some school stuff. Like, I honestly am preparing myself to take my laptop with me anyway, but to actually do school stuff while I'm in St. Louis. I'm hoping that it's not too much. I'm gonna try to get some reading and stuff done tomorrow, and then hopefully I can dedicate a day this weekend, or like sometime this weekend or further on into the week, to actually do some school things. Maybe waking up early, or staying up later or whatever. I just don't know, because work is going to be a whole new experience again for me, since it's like going back to work like it was after COVID, like being like, what am I supposed to be doing? But yeah, I didn't want to be like, I'm not trying out. That's the other thing with that fit scale. So let me tell you. So I stepped on my scale where it normally is, and my scale said that I was like 227 point something today, right? And the fit scale told me that this morning I was 230.4, I think. But it's funny to me, when I moved the fit scale by where my scale was and I stepped on it, I was 227.3 after I stepped on my scale. Because before, when the scale was in that spot, I was 229.6. That's where my frustration is really coming in with the scale, because it's not consistent. Like, I can move it places. I know, like, different places you're gonna get different weights, but like for like pretty much the majority of this morning I was 230.4 no matter where that scale went, from the kitchen, in my bathroom, wherever, because I was moving in different places to see if the Bluetooth would pick up it would analyze my weight. And I was just like, it's annoying. But when I moved it to the other part, then it kept popping up that I was 227.3, and I'm like, well, which one is it? Because if you're not gonna give me an accurate number, I could just go back to my regular scale. The only reason I didn't, like, I was trying to move past my regular scale is because I was starting to get fixated on that number, and I just wanted more insight. But in my head, I'm like, if you can't analyze me, like, I could go buy another fit scale that I'm pretty sure could do all the things I needed to do without all this second guessing. Like, so yeah, that's where we are. I talked y'all head out enough. I'm gonna go. I'll probably have this video up sometime this week, to be quite honest, because I just want to get this update out the way. But yeah, if you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? It's free. All you have to do is click the subscribe button, be a part of the team. Click the bell next to it, be notified every time I upload a video for your viewing pleasure. And yeah, update, week 3 update, I will film next week. I'll probably film it on Tuesday, hopefully. It'll be like literally 2 days before I go out of town, so I'll either film it on Tuesday or on Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, so I'll see y'all then. Bye.